Hi, Kelly Fisher here. Welcome to my Mind Power Library. Evil has no source. I'm going to explain why evil has no source and more importantly, why this is important for you to understand. Because it's going to make your life a lot easier. I'll just give you the answer up front. Evil has no source, meaning, in an analogy, if you walk into a dark room, you hit the light switch. There's wires inside the wall. I used to be an electrician. Wires inside the wall leading to the light switch that you turn it on, and it comes with power, and that's where the power comes with the light. You don't walk into the room and look for the dark switch and hit the dark switch. Now, I know this sounds like a kindergarten analogy, but follow me, stay with me. There's no wires, black wires going in the wall that are a dark switch. When you hit the switch for dark, there's no wires in the wall for that. It doesn't exist. Why? Because at the other end of those wires isn't plugged into a source. You're plugged into a generator or some kind of electrical service line. When you flip the switch for light, power comes through those lines. Dark, there's no power coming through the lines because there's no source of darkness, of evil. Why this is important? Because in our own language, we talk about when you're away from, the further you're away from the light, the darker it gets. We know this, physically, but mentally and emotionally, it's the same thing. The further we get away from good feelings, the further we get away from, family situations that made us feel safe in the past, the further we get away from the light in our life, the darker and more depressed it gets. So when you zoom away from the light, it gets darker, meaning, with the same analogy, there's no power on this side giving the darkness power and pulling it into the darkness. It doesn't work that way. It's very important to understand this because this is how you get back in control of it. There's no source of energy pulling the darkness. It's how far you are away from the light. Physically, we understand that. We go into the woods, way away from the city lights, and it's dark, and we're scared to death. We're scared. All fear is fear of the unknown, but we're scared because the unknown is amplified because it's dark, because the dark is the unknown. But it doesn't have a power source all its own. It's very important to understand this, that when you're, even our language, if we say something like, that your son is very bright, or wow, that woman is brilliant. Bright, brilliant, effervescent. We equate awake and being into life with words of brilliant, bright lights, effervescent. Boy, is he bright. It's light. When the light is going away, you're fading away from the light for whatever reason. You can turn it around, but for whatever reason you're fading away from the light, it gets darker and darker, and that's when you start getting depressed and you feel like you're the only one going through that. You can't keep going that way. Most importantly, there's help to get back to the light and get back centered. But most importantly, realize there's no source of evil. There's no source of darkness pulling you. It doesn't exist. And when you know that, you can break that myth and just go, okay, so if I just start thinking about more positive things in my life, general stuff at first. I'm alive, I'm well, whatever position in life I am, I'm getting better at it. There's always chance to keep moving towards the light. So yes, it is a conscious decision to turn back to the light. Carol Ann, don't go into the light. This time we want to go into the light. Moral to the story, evil has no source of energy to pull you towards it. So you have to, quickest way to get into the light is to meditate, shut your mind off, that roof chatter, that conscious yip yip dog that's telling you that you're going away from the light. That needs to get back in control. You can't control it by just thinking about it like you're doing right now. You have to slow your mind down to the speed you're living. You have to close everything down. You have to meditate. I have a free meditation on my website, bestanxietysolution.com. Free meditation. Listen to it over and over again. Slow your mind down to the speed you're living. You won't be scared of darkness. It has no energy source to pull you that way. Keep meditating, guys. Stay centered. Namaste.